All right, welcome back to the channel, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming to check me out again. What's good? This your boy Hood, man. What's good, man? Like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff that help us stay connected and help us build this channel. I want to kind of do an update again about the immigration thing that we spoke about because there was a lot of comments in my last video, and that's kind of rare, especially when you're talking politics and political stuff. A lot of people don't want to put their 2 cents into that because of what it entails. All of the stuff that goes in with that. There's a lot of emotionality caught up in it, and things like that. But I wanted to talk about how when I said that there's no black outrage, the reasons why. It's reasons why black people aren't out there in these cities, sanctuary cities, fighting against ICE. It's reasons why black people are not trying to stop or join in. And really, it's the 400 years that we've been in this country. And in a lack of, for better words, it's dangerous for us. See, a lot of these people don't understand that when you could put white on a form for a job, when you could move in a neighborhood and it's predominantly white, when you could date a white person, you know what I'm saying? These are benefits when you come to a place like America. And if you've been in this country for less than 100 years, this is something that's going to be an anomaly to you. It's going to be fun. Like, oh my God, I got a white girlfriend. Oh my God, I got a white boyfriend. It's fun. It's like, oh my goodness. Maybe you even have the mindset of you rebelling against your people because they don't agree and it's not what they're into. So you just having the fun and you just want everybody to understand. All these things could be possible. But the reality of it is, and what's the whole gist of it is that a lot of black people have had enemy relationships with black white people over the centuries. So when you see the comments, it's mostly like people that's like caught up in media. Oh, black people do all the crime. Oh, black people do all this. Oh, black people be on food stamps. What are you talking about? All of these things was created by white folks, and it's only created by white folks because white folks is going to actually be the ones who benefit from it way more than black people could ever imagine benefiting from it. But again, if you work for white people, if you have to go to Walmart to buy your food, if you get a check from them from some guard, you don't want them to feel bad. You don't want them to feel uncomfortable. You don't want them to feel approached or encroached upon. It's going to make you feel weird if you're non-black. If you're non-white as well, you're going to feel weird. You're going to be like, I can't. Even some black people have that problem where they don't want to talk politics. They don't want to talk black people growth because it makes them feel weird. It's like, I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to go deal with it. Everybody at my job white. Why would I even engage in this conversation when I can't talk about it further than now? And then they'll get this disdainment towards you. Like every time I come around them, they only want to talk about that, man. These guys, they hate white people. This is where they really come from. They hate white people. So I can say things with my words, and I hate white people, but they actually got systems and operations set up that I can't get through. They don't hate black people. And if they did or didn't, why isn't it something I could say in a country called freedom of speech? So it's weird that you get to see all these people who want to control black folks and tell us when it's time for us to go and do something, when it's time for us to go protest, when it's time for us to stand up against something, when that's not like that. When the 1965 or whatever 64 Civil Rights Act came, it was a death that happened before that. Martin Luther King died. I don't know if you understand what that means. Martin Luther King was murdered. And then after that, I think his name was Lyndon B. Johnson. He decided to file that rule, the Civil Rights Act, whatever one it was called. My whole point about it is that's before my time living, and it's probably before you guys' time living as well. But my point about it is that bloodshed happened, and then something happened behind it. Now, in the black world, that's something that we do not want to always have to entail. Just like when George Floyd died, they up there talking about he was on drugs. They up there talking about all kind of shit about the guy. But in reality, a death happened. And after that death, they had all this political stuff happen behind the scenes. I'm not saying that somebody in these other cultures have to die because that's morbid. That's not true. That's not the real thing. And it shouldn't have to be like that. But when you asking black people to come and join in on some kind of war or some kind of thing that we're supposed to be fighting against in America, this is what normally happens. This is our history. This is what happened with us. So when you walk around saying, I have a dream, or you get to be off work on Martin Luther King's birthday, it's on because a death happened because he fought against white supremacy. He fought against America. So if you guys come to America illegally, or if you come to America, then you want to burn down the street or throw rocks at the cars, this is your choice. But that don't mean we get to join in with that because technically it's an illegal situation. Black people were not being illegal by being black. We're not being illegal by living in our areas, by using a water fountain or eating food at a restaurant. Those were bullshit laws. And if you believe that these are bullshit laws regarding immigration, you guys got to figure out what to do. Because in the black race, we not only did the civil rights action that came down from the government, but it was hell to pay afterwards. It was hell to pay after that shit. You got the Civil Rights Act. Now they set up this motherfucking war on drugs. Now I'm alive now. Now I'm experiencing that part. You get that shit, the redlining, kick off even harder. I'm too young to really experience that, but I'm alive. But my whole point about it is that none of this stuff is affecting people who are coming from these countries. You get to live around white people, you get hired by white people, you get the food from white people, and you get to live comfortable until somebody like a Trump or somebody in their world turn on you. But if nobody turned on you, you wouldn't be having these feelings. You'll be feeling just like I'm the first immigrant in my family to went to this university. I'm the first one in my family to graduate here. I'm the first one. You wouldn't be thinking about no fighting back, and it's not really nothing that hard. America got rules saying that you're illegal if you came from another country and you outlived this little law that they got or visas. If black people do a million things inside America, it's deemed illegal and you get to go to jail. But nobody comes to fight for us. Nobody comes and say, "Hey, wait a minute now. If he's selling crack to make sure he take care of his family, you can't put him in jail for that." Nobody come and say shit like that. Nobody come and say, "Hey, if he had to scam this situation with the bank just so he can pay his rent, that's what he had to do." You guys don't say shit like that. You look at it as just as illegal as white people look at it. So that's kind of the same way. If I went to Russia and I outstayed my visa, I couldn't have a good reason why. They're not gonna listen to that shit. No, I work here. They hired me at this place, and I'm married to this girl. Get the fuck out of our country. We don't give a damn what the hell you saying. And so it's the same thing because these rules is what they had going. Now you talking to a race of people who've been in America for 400 years, birth after birth after birth after baby after baby after baby after baby, just born into this country. So it's entrenched in us. It's who we actually are. So you say come and fight against the white people and join in, and it don't make sense because you guys wasn't joining in with us in no regards until that George Floyd shit happened. That was one of the moments you could look around and say, "God damn, look at these other racists jumping in involvement." But I don't think that make it seem like, okay, well, y'all helped us with that. Now we got all y'all whatever y'all go through. It's like 45 different cultures out here in the world. How black people just gonna support every endeavor that everybody's involved in because they came out to a George Floyd situation? And some of this stuff is just, it just don't make sense. So I believe that if you want black people to be a part of anything you got to understand our humanity, our time being in America, what it's actually like. Not just coming in here, moving in the neighborhood, brown, white folks, putting forums together, getting jobs, everything that's beneficial from you. Biden had it where they could come to America and get a house in their name legally. They could get jobs, they can get mortgages. It's like, where the fuck all this come from? It's black people who've been living here, going to college, get degrees. They can't afford a damn bag of chips because we have to do the same thing. We got to go find white people to hire us. But if they could just hire you, then what the hell they going to hire us for? You don't want shit. You just want to be in America. That's easy. You here now. We've been here and still can't find jobs. And if we want to be entrepreneurial, it's hard because the psychological setup in our culture is that we don't really support each other like that. So we fighting in our culture already. It's still already a battle. It's still already a war. It might not be on TV. It might not be on the YouTube where you can sit back and say, "Oh, it's going on." So if we got a war going on, other cultures got a war going on, it's not going to blend in. It's not going to melt. And all of a sudden we fighting together. It's not going to happen like that. We actually are a culture of people that came from Africa, literal. And they brought us here against our will, and it's just been sabotage and tumultuousness in our culture ever since. And so now some other folks who come here 50, 75 years ago, and they popped up, and now they want new jobs, and their kids growing up here and more, and they could come and go as they please. But then white people change the rules. And now all of a sudden it's, hey, let's go fight with them, and let's go. That don't make sense. It don't make sense. The younger generation don't need to be doing that because we all know in the black culture, that as soon as the black youngsters get out there and they got the mask on or they pants sagging, one of them white folks gonna say, "Oh, I was a fear for my life." And you ain't heard that shit in none of these days that's been going on. It ain't happened one time. Cause everybody's shooting and everybody they around is people who they know and look like. And they like, okay, cool, he ain't that bad. Oh yeah, hey, stop, hey. But if it's a black person, they gonna be like, "Bow!" Oh shit! All I know is he looked over here, and I thought he was gonna, and it's gonna be okay. And then what everybody else gonna do in these cultures? Go back to their life, get the jobs, get the working, and moving on. There ain't nobody gonna come check on them again. It's gonna be like, damn, for real that happened, and we gotta have our own memorialisms of the person. Nobody want to keep dealing with that, especially for some shit that's actually illegal. You ain't even supposed to be in America if you outran some shit or if you came here the wrong way. I can't go to some country and just post up in that motherfucker and talk about how I should be able to be there. It's not going to work. They ain't going to even look at me like that. Matter of fact, they'll put me in jail so hard just because I'm black and be like, who the fuck this nigga think he playing with? So when the white folks come here and then some other white folks change on you, you should be going to white folks saying, y'all need to come out here and fight with us because I'm down with you. I work here with you. You should come hang with me. You should come out here with us. You know this affecting my grandmother. It's affecting my sister. Why would you come at black people? We don't control none of the fucking laws. We don't control none of the ins and outs. We the ones that ain't hiring you. We ain't paying none of your fucking bills. So it's really a fucking death wish to go out there and fight against white folks. They got the fucking Marines, the National Guard, 500 different kind of cop counties with the state police, marshals, every fucking body you could think of, Homeland Security. You think black people finna run out there and start fighting against them? That don't even fucking make sense. They don't even got one water hose out there. They was shooting water hose at black people at some point. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? They shooting beanbags to probably knock your eyeball out your fucking head. And you just thinking that you talking about some free immigration. What? Fuck all the reparations that we talk about as blacks. Fuck all of the stuff that we talk about as mass incarceration or no hospitals that we own or no universities that we can go to that's not controlled by white folks. That has nothing to do with it. We just want to bring more folks into America who finna get more jobs than us and keep us on the outskirts. Looking at us like, damn, y'all better pull y'all shit up by y'all bootstrap. Then that rap music, all y'all do is say nigga all the time. And I went to school. I don't know what's wrong with them. All them stupid ass talking points like it just happened and the anomaly of you guys just been in America in the last 50 or 60, 70 years. And now all of a sudden success came about. You ain't invented shit since you've been in America. Not one thing. Not one fucking thing could I point to and say, bam, that was made by one of the immigrants. Y'all just want jobs. Black people in this motherfucker inventing shit. From the elevator to the fucking refrigerator to you name it. Refrigerated trucks, fucking shoes. Everything was an invention from a slave-driven person who made something so they could create something. You want to talk around marching and burning down no damn streets? They taking their time in this country, the freedom that they claim, and building shit and creating shit. And what happened? White folks took it made a thing up called patent and trademarks and took that shit from them. So it's just pain on top of pain of black people not getting their just due and then being overlooked by other cultures. As soon as they let the other cultures in here, all of a sudden they just like us. And then like a few years go by, and all of a sudden they elevated above us. They have found a career for them. Oh, you guys, you back, you here, you the Irish, we gonna give you police jobs. Okay, y'all here too, Italians, y'all be the fireman. What black motherfuckers gonna be? Nothing. Nothing. Still to this day, all the black folks are unemployed. You got to be a security guard or an Uber driver or something like that. But the mass, I'm saying, I ain't talking about 10 people or 45 people. I'm talking about the millions. That's the culture that we living in as black people. And instead of getting us to try to join in some kind of ridiculousness that has nothing to do with us, and it's going to be a thing that really wipe us out and take us out anyway. We watching the whole thing play out in front of our face, and it's done it time and time before. That's why I said you need to learn the history before you think that somebody gonna come and join in and fight against a culture that hate us to our guts, and then bring other cultures in here to deplete us or step above us. And then all of a sudden, that's really all it is. It's all really a population control thing. If they can get all the immigrants in here lined up, then they can be a voter class and they don't need black people to vote no damn more. Trump and them see the play, they like, hell no, get their ass out of here. You ain't gonna be making no damn new class of voters. Duh, but they don't know this is the immigrants. They just like, I want a new fucking life. So it's all everybody playing on each other, but you don't put us in that shit. Y'all want to play games over there? We'll sit back, eat our popcorn, and watch that shit and have a good viewing. But that's all it's going to be, is a good viewing. We'll clap if we enjoy it, but we're not going to sit back and be a part of it. That's dumb. So you let me know in the comment section what you think about this episode, all right? Peace.